We all are using the digital space, cyberspace, we are having equal rights to use the internet to get the benefit of it. Wherein today, lot of women and girls are really being scared because of various cyber threats that are coming into. So let us try to understand how we can take the advantage of these live attacks live cyber world without being affected either personally, emotionally, or professionally. So with this agenda, we'll dive into the actual topic of this particular session, which is online threats and cyber safety. So we'll try to discuss what is happening around us, what kind of threats are happening, and how a woman or a girl who is using the internet on the mobile phones or the systems for various activities, what should we do? So as we all know, cyber threats, most of you must already been heard of lots of cyber threats because these are nowadays the words that are commonly seen in all social medias, in the TVs, in the radio, everywhere we are trying to listen one or the other day some of the attack. In the newspapers, every day there is a new news talking someone has been affected. So as we just broadly categorize, the most of the cyber threats are like this, where first it starts from cyber violence. It's a cyber violence against women and girls, and their cyber threats are majorly towards malware and ransomware. Someone want to target a particular female, either they try to share the malwares through different sources. Once the mobiles or the systems are compromised, they further take advantage of those devices. And then major threats are coming towards using social engineering attacks. People are doing lots of phishing attacks. Online harassments are happening. There are lots of abuse cases. There are a lot of impersonations. So as a broad view, these are the various cyber threats that we have in the cyber world. And we will try to closely discuss about all of these things today, understanding how do we go ahead. So I tried to map these all of these cyber threats into two major things. Firstly, online gender based violence, and then we'll try to focus on fake love, which is actually becoming a real fraud today in the everyday cyber world. Why? I'm not sure many of you might not have heard about this online gender based violence. In fact, why this concept has come also is a very surprise to me, because as I was mentioning, internet is there for everybody. The way men use, equally women also should be able to use. But the women are using these online activities or doing the cyber activities. As soon as a woman comes into the picture, be it a chat box or be it something, there are different types of attacks happening, harassments happening, and they are trying to be targeted. So that is where there are so many communities across the globe. In you take it Australia, UN, US, UK, lots of communities are there. There are NGOs, there are forums who are doing a research and trying to do this kind of an analysis, how the gender based violences are happening. And unfortunately, almost one among the three women are being targeted through these cyber attacks. They are trying to be face violence, cyber violence against them, where approximately 736 million women are being found to be affected globally. It's not a small number, isn't it? The number of women who are using internet itself will be very less if you try to remove the women from certain regions who are not very much phone savvy or tech savvy. Still, this figure is too high. And then there is something called as facilitated gender based violence. These are all fancy terminologies. In a way, all of these new things that are coming up for us, be it an AI, be it smartphones, all the things, apps that are coming regularly, these are being used. So the technology is used by the attackers or the scammers to target women and to perform attacks. So now, earlier it is only the persons were having the evil thoughts and they are trying to look for how do I reach a woman. Now it's very easy for people to reach a woman because woman is there on the cyber. They are there on the internet world. And thus it has become very easy for them to reach out and perform different attacks. So these technology based violences, like if I use a technology, I can do all of these types of attacks on any person. And unfortunately, it has been targeted to women a lot across the globe. There are so many news that are coming up regularly. Like you see, sextortion, image based abuses are happening. There's a doxing, cyberbullying, online gender and sexual harassments are happening. Continuous cyber stalking is happening on women, not only women, even today, unfortunately, even the school kids. If there are parents in this session today, the school kids also to be made aware of such things, because girl children are also being affected with all of these technology based attacks. Online grooming for sexual assaults are happening, hate speech is happening. So all these are different gender based attacks that are happening, targeting women majorly. So this is just a glimpse about what each of them are. Cyber flashing is something that, like, you are trying to use your mobile phone. While you use, you suddenly see some video which is nude enough, or there is some picture that is not very much inconvenient to you. That's a kind of a cyber flashing, where without your knowledge, someone keeps sending you images which are not convenient to you. Right? Cyber stalking is a kind of thing where there are people who monitor you, who watch you. Whenever you are using internet, there may be thousands of people who are watching us. So we need to take certain precautionary measures so that we won't fall into prey of these kind of cyber attacks. Cyber stalking is one thing, and doxing is a kind of a thing where we do upload lot of data, we do put lot of information on the sites. This information can be misused. This disclosed information can be misused with malicious intents, and they may start distributing our data to somebody else. That's called as a doxing. Sextortion is kind of a thing where they try to threaten by sharing the intimate images and all to the victims. In this way, there are different cyber attacks there. Second, gender based hate speech is also happening majorly. Morphing is happening. We upload a picture, they just change the faces and try to put up a different body. They morph the pictures, they try to circulate these pictures among our groups, among our society. So all these are actually not only, it's not about a woman being targeted, through that their family, their health, their working profession, professional life, all of these are getting affected a lot. So we will try to quickly look into what should we do to stop all these attacks. So little bit of things. Now before we go ahead, let's see what is happening around us. If this particular news, if you see, this is a very recent news. Yes, Gaurav Singh, yes, it is a deep fake, lots of deep fakes are there. There is a news that has happened. Fake love, crypto scammers and say Indian women in US. So there's a woman, Shreya Datta. She was 37-year old, and she put all her savings. By 37 years, she has done all her. She has put all her life into earning, and she is now in a state that she has enough savings and is now planning to do a retirement so that she can just relax and start spending the money that she has earned till now. She was being scammed, and lots of crores of amount has been lost by her. This is a very recent attack that has happened. This is called as a pig butching. This is a new type of thing where there are connected scams that are happening over here. If you really listen to this particular scam, it's very unfortunate that women are getting fallen into that such kind of a thing so easily also. So since she is 37, she has done all her professional career, she earned enough, so she started going into a dating app to see for a life partner so that she can trust somebody. So that is something she's looking for. Should to trust someone to do some kind of identify some partner and all. So in a dating app, she found that there is one person coming in saying that saying he started mentioning hi, hello, and then very good messages. He's actually a wine trader. He started sending very good text messages. And as you all know, women are very much passionate about as soon as someone tries to appreciate us, give some kind of very good comment to us, saying that you're so beautiful, you have done all your life into your for professional thing, you earned a lot, and you have to now take rest, you should be very careful to on your health. All these caring words, loving words, when they tell, women are very easily falling into prey. That too, especially people who are very lonely, they are very alone, they're trying to look for some kind of people. So as soon as such text messages have come through the dating app, that lady was very much interested. Then slowly, that guy has requested her to come to a private chat window, wherein they can do much more easy conversation instead of a dating app like a WhatsApp or kind of Telegram kind of things. So on once she moved onto the private chatting app, he started doing personal text messages, photograph sharing, then video calls, all of these things. In every video call that she was doing with him, he have used a deep fake video where he was shown to be very young. He had a very cute dog in his house. he understood through social engineering that she loves dogs. So he created a deep fake video with a cute dog, and every video he used to chat with her with the dog with a very young face and all. Unfortunately, that was a deep fake based video. She did not know that. Slowly, after the interaction, she disclosed him that she has enough money, she want to retire. Immediately, as soon as he come to know that she has money, he started suggesting her, you start invest now. Nowadays crypto investment is much more happening. You do crypto investment in the real life, whatever investment you do, you'll get double of it. So she started believing him, she trusted him already, she did investments, lots of money has come, and then after all the investment is come been done, in between she saw that she's also receiving money. She got more encouraged, she got greedy over there to get much more money, and she started investing into it. Fine day, he was nowhere available. Then she realized that she has been scammed. So she is a working professional. She was very much well educated, but still, this is what happened in the recent days. Then the police have brainwashed her, telling this is what is all fake and all. All her videos, everything they checked, understood it's all fake it up. So such things are many things are happening across the world. Similarly, in the recent case, October 24, a woman in Mumbai was being duped with 1.3 crores. This is also again through a dating app. If you see this lady in the news, I have given a link over here, you can look in when you have time. She's a 65-year-old homemaker. She enrolled into a dating app, and after enrolling into a dating app, there was one American civil engineer have met her on the dating app, saying that I am a working professional. He showed his photographs and all, and said that I would like to do friendship with you. He started talking to her very conveniently. Once she trusted, he started telling that he met with an accident and he wants some amount for paying my hospital bills and all these things. She believed, unfortunately, and paid the amount. Then this guy have told that lady that I will repay you the amount. I'm immediately sending you $2 million to you through his banking things. After a few days, this lady started receiving calls from customs saying some amount has received in your name. It is $2 million from so and so person. And if you wanted this amount to be transferred to your bank account, he started talking. He's a Philippine bank also. To transfer to your account, you do this processing fees. She paid that. After few days, again there was another call telling from I am from Mumbai police, and this amount has been credited to my bank. I will send you a free ATM card to withdraw the amount. So for the processing way, you pay some amount. She paid amount. She did not get the ATM card, and after some days, again she started getting calls. She got a call from RBI. She got call from NPCI. She got call from her bank. Everywhere people were asking small lump sums amounts of money to her. By paying like this, she has put almost 1.3 crores in a year in the name of thinking she's paying to government officials. That's how this has happened. So these are all very terrible to hear upon. We need to be very cautious. All these cyber frauds, digital arrest or anything, all these are, we need to be cautious to know what is happening around. And this is one another small news wherein a man poses to be a US model in India. This guy does in the daytime, his job is to do a he's a security guard in Delhi in the daytime, and at the nights he is into a US based model, and he starts luring people. Almost 700 women are being trapped through this small guy. He's a 23-year-old guy who did this kind of a thing. So just imagine, we women are not weak enough. We are not to be just being faced such kind of cyber frauds. We need to be strong. We need to be understand. We need to have the clarity what is true, what is genuine, what is not genuine, and all these things. We cannot be trapped like this. So it's very important for women to be cautious enough and have some clear understanding on what is happening around us, what kind of things are happening. Do not believe anybody over the things. It's whatever fundamental rule during our childhood, parents used to say, the same is happening over here. So just now, whatever I have told, it's the same I'm trying to explain here. People are who are alone, who are looking for people to be trusted. They start installing dating apps and then try to find very trusted people online. So all of these is in a way called as a catfishing or an online romance scam, where fraudsters create fake identities. Whenever you see, none of these dating apps have the original pictures over there. So fraudsters first make themselves very much ready. They'll try to take beautiful pictures in different backgrounds, in different abroads, in various countries and origins. They also make all their identities ready. If they want to prove as an Indian citizen or something, they'll have their fake Aadhaar card, they'll have their PAN cards, all of the cards ready. Similarly, if they are trying to represent some other country, he will have similar identities, original identities from them they show. So all these are some background things which they do. And today, unfortunately, AI has come to an extent that you just put your picture, take my picture over here, and you can move me to any country I want. It will look so real that nobody will understand whether it is a fake image or not, also. So people are posing as if their profile is a army officer. Even there are cases, if someone is putting as a divorcee, some kind of pittiness is there over there where women are falling prey to such divorcees also. People try to put their profiles as divorcee, as an army officer, they try to put as a doctor in some hospital abroad, and they try to put lots of good photographs. In one of the incident, what happened, such a photograph has been fed to an AI analyzer, image analyzer detector we say, and it is observed that that person who took a single photo with the tree in India have shown that he has a girlfriend in China. The girl in China girl was Chinese girl was next to him in that photograph. So AI detector was able to identify and tell that that girl's picture what he's put beside him using AI technique, it's a 4 years old picture. She uploaded in some random website. So he, through some AI tools and all, this picture has been brought in and he merged these two photographs and showed to users. So the technology is very much helping fraudsters to create such fake images. The challenge point for this is, we being a woman should also take advantage of the technology. We should also use AI based tools to verify whether this image is genuine or not. If someone is trying to send you a photograph, beautiful photographs of like this, what is visible here, immediately you put them in any of the AI based websites and start verifying whether this is genuine or not. AI will give you this is genuine or not. So they are using AI, we will also use AI and then find out whether he is really genuine, whether the picture is genuine or not. Anyway, now after the identity is proven, then they start testing you. They'll try to see whether you trusted him or not. They try to send you certain info, certain situations saying, I am stuck into traffic, the police traffic guy has caught me, so do me some small amount, maybe 50 100. They'll just start with 50 100. Then they do a video call showing as if he's in a very big hospital admitted for something. A hospital seems to be very real. Unfortunately, that is also an AI based thing. So much maybe he will do a setup also like a movies and all. He may do a good setup with a hospital showing nurse, everybody, doctors telling he is in a very critical state and all. By the video calls, people rely them and they start money. The moment they start paying money, it means that the women, those girls have trusted him. From then on, love bombing starts up. They start giving you more time, they start giving you more attention, they praise you a lot, they send you lots of gifts, diamonds, costly things and all. The moment they send like this, right, this is where the next attack comes in, saying, I am calling from customs, there are diamonds received to you and you have to pay money because this has not been approved, blah blah blah. So the moment they start sending these kind of things, the time for attack starts up. We start getting money, demanding money. They will be in a worry that I have done friendship with somebody on a dating app. They will be worried whether they'll share it to to my parents, to my family, and so they start paying money without a knowledge. This is where women has to be very careful enough, right? So all of these are very alarming things that we need to be very careful enough in identifying all of these things. Yes, matrimonial sites are also having lots of fake things. So this is the background of what kind of attacks happening, what we need to take care, how we have to benefit out of these things and all. So I just put a glimpse of certain online sexual offenses which are most common. Like you see, sexting is kind of a thing where people keep sending us messages. They use your mobile phones, emails, web cameras for sending and receiving sexually explicit messages, pictures, videos and all. And what would happen for that? Anything you shared online is impermanent in nature. That should be very much remembered. Anything that we do online, you upload a photograph, you even just do video call, you're not sending a video, you're just doing a video call and trying to show something. Even that video call can be recorded by the remote person. You are not generating video, but he can generate a video. So be very cautious what is that we are doing online, and whatever you do is permanent in nature and can be misused anytime. So sharing any private pictures, any messages, any videos, all of those things you have to be very careful enough, because this is also a very much going further. From all of the previous attacks, in every attack, all these these attacks I'm talking about, right, sexting and all these things were happened there. All the three cases what I told you earlier, in all the dating apps, they started sharing pictures, videos of this kind of a nature, wherein that's where the moment one such picture goes out from that particular person, the other guy has got a grip on us. And then whatever he do tomorrow, if he just denies something and start demanding money also, he start blackmailing and do lot of activities. So online sextortion is another type of online sexual activity, wherein there may be threats to expose sexual images in order to make a person do something different. And you see here, almost 1 in 4 victims are shown to be mental or medical health professionals who are being affected and all. So it's again, it's kind of an online predators threaten to circulate you private and sensitive materials online. If you do not provide them, they will start claiming that this is not. I will start doing a blackmailing kind of things. Then comes a doxing. It's like, as you told, whatever information you put on your social medias, be it a Facebook, be it anything, all this information, even a LinkedIn also. LinkedIn, with though the LinkedIn is a professional platform, even the LinkedIn data will be used. That's also public. That also gives information that yes, she is so much well settled, she's earning money, she's very doing good. So such people are also much more targeted, because when a woman seems to be a well settled, doing in a very good position, definitely they'll be a financially independent, and they're very confident in nature. And these kind of online predators are targeting even such women, because when they are independent, they will have a confidence that they can take decision by themselves. The moment they have understanding they can take decision by themselves, only thing this predator has to do is gain trust. And for gaining that trust, they use different mechanisms. Everybody may have some weaknesses, they may start targeting that and trap people. So whatever information we put online, our addresses, phone numbers, anything can be misused. They may start, see, one of the case I will tell you. One lady joined into some dating app. After a few days, she has been thrown away of the dating app. So she was no more in that. Since she is no more, she did not know why she has been put out, but still she was silent. After a few days, she received calls from some members saying, on this app, there is a person with your name, your address, your phone numbers, the same, that lady. And he started getting money from all other online people, showing her photographs. So she has been put out of the app, but still her photographs, her address, her phone numbers, her email number, addresses, all these were being used on the app to get money from others, to start doing relationship with other members and all. So any information you put online can be misused. So we need to be very careful what information I'm putting, where am I putting, am I using a trusted app or not, am I using my environment properly, mobile phones properly or not. All these are to be taken care very well. Similarly, cyber flashing, as I told, it's about showing pictures or videos which we don't want to see actually. They may come up in your mobile phones suddenly. So don't need to be panic. If such thing comes, you have to immediately block the account. In fact, before all these things happen, we have to make our mobile phones, our systems, our home TVs. Cyber flashing, we should not think it's only in the mobile phones. It can also happen on the TV also. TVs are all nowadays with the Bluetooth. There was one case, one of my friend told me, where they were watching some movie in TV with a Bluetooth. Someone, there's a hostel next to their building. That guy started connecting Bluetooth with or to this TV, and he started showing some unsolicited sexual images and all, where she's sitting with a family. So what we can do, we have to make our devices, be it a smartphone, smart TV, smart mobile, anything, there are security settings. If you go to WhatsApp, you can disable auto download, so that any image or video you get, unless you click it, it doesn't get download. If you do that, someone is really sending some pictures, it won't be visible to you directly, it will be blurred. By seeing it is from unknown content, you can straight away delete them. You don't need to download and test what it is also, because those images not only are to harass you, they may have a malware inside it. That malware can give the control of your mobile to the remote people, predators. So all of these have to be taken care by making our devices secured enough, so that we don't face this kind of cyber flashing and all. Once we put all pictures in some kind of during any in discussions with the online people, any one picture lost, they start doing a revenge pornography, they start blackmailing, saying I'll be sharing your pictures, videos outside and all. Any of these things happening, most important thing, never ever panic. If you panic, you will be going and taking a wrong step. The moment you take a wrong step over there, it will lead to so many more connected attacks, loss of money, loss of health, loss of mental peaceness, all these things will come up. Okay, so lot more attacks are over here. Online honey trap is a kind of a thing where again false romantic relationships and all come. Sexual abuse while live streaming, I said, right? But they will be talking to you over phone, they may record your videos, they without your knowledge they may do a live streaming of your communication which you are doing with the other person, which without your knowledge many more people are watching your video, watching you online, and you will be in opinion that you are trying to show the guy you trust over there. So you have to be very careful enough to protect yourself against these kind of cyber threats and attacks that are happening. Never send compromising images, posts, videos of yourself to anybody, no matter who they are. One more important thing is, we are not supposed to be think about online people only. You should also think about, even assume that in your own family you and your spouse only are there. If you are taking a picture and sending to your spouse also, don't think that it is within that room. My mobile sending to my spouse a picture is going through so many more servers across the globe. The moment the picture is going to so many servers, there may be one or two servers where this picture gets saved also. So, any picture you're taking within your family, outside your family, or online, or with strangers anywhere, just for a second think, what will be the impact if this picture goes to public? Will there be any issue? If then, immediately stop. Do not allow it. Even if it is your spouse, even if it is your family member or anybody, immediately you have to think and stop it. Because the moment we take pictures, our mobiles are all connected with the Google Cloud. They will be in the Google's cloud servers, and they may go to public as well through some different attacks. So never send any compromising images to unknown people or to our own people, whoever it is. You should not store it, because it's not anymore in that phone only. The previous olden days were very good enough. We had a normal photograph digital cameras with a reel. That's very safe enough, isn't it? So that should be very carefully tackled. Do not ever open attachments from people you do not know. Turn off your electronic devices. Know that you are not alone. You have to reach out for help anytime you face such a problem. Any platform you are using, there will definitely be a support like a Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. Every platform has a grievance page where you can definitely reach for help to block some particular accounts. And if none of these are helping, you can go for 1930 cybercrime, which I have given references in the last. You can reach them for the help. If you're getting a doubt, immediately you need to reach them so that they will try to help you to sort out the issue. Educate children on secure digital practices. This is most important. Being women, you're not alone, you're also handling your family, so you have to educate your family, your kids also, how you have to securely use. If you have to educate, you yourself also should know what are the security practices and all. So most important is, all our complete information is there on our smartphones. So I just gave a few glimpses on what you have to do on your smartphones. Your smartphones have very critical things: messaging, camera, phones, microphones, sorry, gallery, contacts, locations. Our job is to make sure very frequently, how frequently you verify your bank statements and all, that frequently you have to also check the settings of these things. Which app in your mobile has permissions to access these critical features? That should be verified. To monitor, if you have an Android mobile, go to your settings. There is a, under your Android settings, go to the app section. There you will have something like this. All the apps that are installed in your mobile phone will be listed. The moment you click any of these things, you can see permissions, and then click on permissions. You will understand which app, which critical features of your mobile are being allowed to use by this particular app. So what does this mean? Assume that you have a music player in your mobile phone, and your music player app has a permission to microphone. Can you imagine that music player can have a capability to record what you're speaking, what you're talking within your home, even when you're not accessing the phone? That is the level of activities apps can do in your mobile phones. So we need to be very careful, understand which app is having what level of permission in my mobiles, and ensure always you these critical apps you have to decide and deny these permissions if you feel they are not required. There was one attack also happened in one music player. One of the developer itself has implanted a malware into the music player. Whenever you play movies, songs, and all, even when you're sleeping also, that app will be running background and it starts recording all the communications that are happening and sending to the remote people. So if there is any someone, they use AI based techniques to, because thousands of audio will come from that AI systems, they will be using to filter out some sensitive things which can be used for future blackmailing kind of things. Similarly, cameras also can be controlled. If the camera permission is there to the app, the app may be having a permission to automatically capture pictures and all. So take the mobiles with the cards in such a way that you can have your cameras blocked with some cards. When you're not using your phone, cover your phone and keep it out, so that in case something malicious is there, your activities will not be recorded on the phones. However, keep a practice of verifying which app in your phone has permissions to these critical things and immediately try to disable them. Right? You can go to location any of those apps and you can choose one of these to disable those particular permissions. So in another way, you can go from apps to permissions manager also. You can see each of these permission. SMS permission is there to how many apps. Camera permission is there to how many apps. And then from here, you can straight away remove the permissions. Go immediately and do these settings so that your mobile phones will not be using critical features by unknown or malicious apps. And yet there are many more things to be known for the mobile applications. Secure mobile installation should be done, app installation and all these things. So remember always, any picture or a file, once you upload over the internet, it is always there. No matter you delete it, no matter how old it will be still there. That can be misused by anybody in future. And as I told, do not upload yours or search in the internet your own pictures. Your own pictures you don't search anywhere. But you can always search the image that you received from others posing to fool you. You're smart enough. So as soon as somebody is giving you some background informations, immediately you go to internet, go to Google, use Google. Best thing is you can just type in the person's name. It will give you complete details where and all he is. Instead of believing into the profile that he created in that particular dating app or a social engineering app. Search in the Google, there will be a lot more news maybe talking. Maybe he's already been arrested for some scam and come up over here. So take the help of technology, take the help of search engines to verify whether the person is genuine or not. Type in his name over there. If he is claiming he's a doctor in some hospital, go to the hospital website and search his profile. If he is claiming to be a working employee in some organization, there also you can search. You can do an inquiry whether it is true or not. If he's showing you a photograph, check the AI based tools. Like one of the thing is Google Lens. As you can see, in any Google search, you will have this kind of a blue right side photo camera picture. Select that, upload a photo, upload the same photograph which that guy have shared with you. Google Lens will tell you clearly whether this picture is genuine or created with some other editings, or what is the source of that picture. It can tell you. Similarly, there are few more apps like Tiny Eye is one image search tool available. His picture you upload into this. You don't upload your pictures. Do not upload your own things. Someone is trying to build trust with you. First, you verify their backgrounds first. Upload over here. It will try to do some analysis in the background and verify whether that image is genuine. It has been created using a deepfake kind of things and all. Similarly, Yandex Images, one more search engine you can definitely use for image search. If really if it is related to the organization as well, there are some commercial tools available which can do a AI based image detections. Remember, think, is it okay to have this picture over internet? This is something I just now told. If just anytime you feel a discomfort comes in your mind, if this picture goes to internet, no, I don't want it to be, immediately avoid such pictures being captured. I'm not saying uploading. Avoid capturing such pictures so that you will be safe. This is the first and foremost defense mechanism we can always use. Most targeted women, as I was mentioning, people try to target upon retired women, divorced women, well settled independent women, professionals. All these are the people who are being seen in news nowadays. So we should be careful enough. being women, we need to take advantage of internet by playing a safe role. We cannot be falling into prey for such things because of using internet, right? It's not a curse, it's a good thing that we have to use and benefit it out. So protect yourself. Make sure you always have strong passwords with multi-factor authentication. Be it your email, be it your bank statement, card accounts, WhatsApp, everywhere you put a multi-factor authentication. So that in case you have your credentials are lost or something, your OTPs will try to safeguard you. Know how to secure your mobile and your home Wi-Fi's. Watch your device, camera, microphones, and all. You keep a watch on those things, which apps have permissions and all. Try to put a physical guard on the cameras if at all possible. Always enable privacy settings provided by various platforms. Know to identify phishing, wishing, smishing attacks. You should be aware of these things. What is phishing? What is wishing? If anyone is there over here who is not aware of, come to our website. There are lots of videos available, material available. Understand what are they, because those are certain ways of doing a social engineering on you, through which they collect your informations. Always be mindful on having online interactions. Be very careful enough. Don't fall prey to the sweet words that they say to you. There are many loving people at your family. You have to take care of them rather than looking into such online interactions. And uh, due to ignorance, if you fall prey, we are going to lose a lot in the future. And the best thing is use technology to protect yourself. There are lots of things which are there. Only thing is use technology safely by not using your own data, your own photographs, your own videos, your own families. You should use to verify somebody else's things. And last but not the least one, this is a very most important point, is follow a zero trust rule. Never trust anybody, not only online, in the physical world also. Go with a zero trust rule. You build trust only after doing proper verifications, proper checks and all. That will only help you to protect yourself always. Lastly, I want to just say, protect yourself from GPU. Never be greedy. Greediness will start bringing lots of issues to you. If you're becoming greedy to get more money, that will create problem. If you're becoming greedy to get love from some strangers, that is going to be a problem. Avoid being panic state. Do not take any decisions in the panic state. It is very, you're going to pay a lot if you're taking decision in the panic states. And being unaware cannot be an excuse today. So don't say tomorrow I have lost this is array, I'm not aware of these things. Technology is there, systems are there, lots of information is there on the internet. Read them to make yourself aware. Subscribe to such a news where to know what kind of fake things are happening and all, so that you will understand, okay, these kind of scams are happening, then I have to be very cautious. You can also educate so many people. Don't give a reason of being unaware. So greedy, panic and unawareness are not something that you have to be. You should always take care about yourself and protect yourself against these three things. You should keep yourself updated if you are a cyber digital woman. And yes, in case you have already faced something, you want uploaded something, you want to delete, I don't promise, but yes, there is one service called as stopncii.org, where you can request for deletion of any unknown things which are being uploaded by you or by someone. They can help you to delete them from certain platforms. And always alert yourself and report. Save the evidences. If you are in case finding some hack happened or something, first and foremost thing you should do is save the evidences. Take screenshots, save the things in some other thing. Don't take in the same mobile phone, because if the guy has done something bad to you, he might have already compromised your devices also. So save the evidences, keep it somewhere. As soon as you see some red flags, then you go and report in cybercrime.gov.in, because I know women may not be comfortable to going to police stations, lodging a complaints and all. So there is a cybercrime.gov.in portal where anonymously also you can file a complaint. You put your evidences and request the cybercrime.gov.in to do the needfuls. They will try to definitely do the needful and help you in resolving the issues. If they are getting so many requests with the same kind of pictures or evidences, they will be able to easily take action against that particular victim. You might have seen in the last few days, there are so many cases where police have caught the people. Even one of the news among what I shown you, 23-year-old guy, a Delhi person, he has been caught by the police who fooled 700 women. So they are doing the best job. So our job is to, whenever you see such anything of your friends or anything, inform the cybercrime.gov.in so that they can take the action. And yes, 1930 helpline number is there where you can always contact for any kind of support or evidences. So that is about safer digital space and online threats. Thank you so much. In case you have any more information, doubts, you can definitely visit our website staysafeonline.in for more information. And wish you all a very happy Women's Day for tomorrow. Though we are one day ahead in advance, I'm saying thank you all. If any questions are there, maybe if time permits, madam, you can give me one or two questions.
Okay, madam. Let us see into a few of the questions which were asked.
Okay.
Um,
I am unable to see questions. Okay. Can you read out, madam? One or two? Yeah, I got the message.
what if someone else? Basically, the best practices of cyber hygiene is do not share any image. So they are actually discussing, madam, and I think some of the answers are already discussed in the chat box. And
Okay.
I think we'll take up the question and answers at the end of the session, if possible, ma'am.
Yes, madam, but I think just one question. Many times it happened that I was talking to my family members, Gemini responded. Okay, that's because in your mobile, it might have turned on. Gemini is an automatically installed app that is having a section category of auto listening. If that is turned on, what happens is, and there is also one shortcut in the mobile phone. If by mistake that shortcut is pressed, the auto listening mode will be enabled in the mobile. It's not about Gemini. Mobile will be turned into auto listening mode, the latest mobiles. Just check in your settings and turn off that auto listening mode. So when auto listening is on, Gemini app is configured in such a way that any of voice command is coming, it will respond. That's how it is trying to respond to you. Do not worry, you just have to go to your settings and turn off the auto listening mode in your mobile phones. Okay, so okay, then. Thank you so much. There are many more questions I can see. I'll try to reply back on the chat box for the things. Thank you so much for the time and opportunity. Thank you,
Thank you
madam.
so Thank you so much, madam. Thank you for sharing the information related to the latest cyber threats and frauds which are currently uh, happening in the current digital world, and for which this women has to be really aware. Women and girls have to be really aware, and also for sharing the safe digital usage practices and the measures with which they can safeguard themselves in this online environment to keep the digital space safe for them and also their loved ones. Thank you so much, madam, for sparing the time to share this information with us and our audience. Moving on with the session, we shall now we shall now listen to the video message shared by our esteemed guest and ISEA associate, Dr. Karnika Seth, who's an advocate at Supreme Court of India and managing partner of Seth Associates. As she could not be present here with us today to address the participants in this session due to her work commitment as a lawyer, she has sent a short message for the benefit of all the participants, which will be played now. She was not able to be present here today due to her inability to address the participants because she has High Court session today. So the session, the short message which she has sent will be played now for the benefit of the audience.
I'm Dr. Karnika Seth, cyber lawyer and advocate, Supreme Court of India. I wish you all a very happy Women's Day. On this special day, it is important to empower everyone with cyber safety practices. As women, we do a lot in terms of society, what we can contribute in our homes, in our organizations, and equally important is to keep our space safe and also keep ourselves and our loved ones secure. So it's important for us to understand cyber safety practices, and I encourage a lot of women to adopt cyber hygiene, share only what is necessary, and be very cautious of digital arrests attacks and video voyeurism or stalking for that matter, or trolling, fake profiles online, and be very, very safe in transferring any kind of data or opening any kind of suspicious links. And while I also want to emphasize that there are laws in the country against voyeurism, stalking, defamation, and even any kind of invasion of privacy of women or sexual harassment online, there are punishments up to 3 years of imprisonment, fine, or more. But it's important to know where to report them as well. And we have the latest criminal laws in the country which are overhauled, and we can actually report all kinds of cyber crimes at the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, which is www.cybercrime.gov.in, and at 1930, which is the helpline. With ISEA of Mighty, I've done a lot of work with them on capacity building, and I'm very happy to share that we have empowered a lot of citizens, and we have done a lot of educational programs. Not only that, there was a booklet which was on women rights against cybercrime, which I wrote, and it's available for you to see on ISEA's website. And I'm sure that'll be proving as a very useful resource for you to read more about cyber safety. So, on this special day, it is important to highlight that safety lies in our own hands, especially in DPDP times, in times of facial recognition, AI, and cyber security is becoming so paramount in future tech. It's not our responsibility not only to adopt, cyber wellness and hygiene, but also be very mindful while using internet and spread the word around, be empowered citizens, and ensure everyone we know and everyone we care about is cyber safe. So I wish you all a very, very happy Women's Day once again. Thank you, ISEA, for sending out this message of mine.
Thank you, Madam. Madam Karnika, for your warm wishes and for sharing the information related to the legal recourse and the importance of cyber safety in case of cybercrime or offense in this digital world. Thank you once again for sending across your message. Proceeding on with the session, we shall now move to our next session, and I take the honor of introducing our speaker, Dr. Valli Kumari Vatsavai. Dr. Vali Kumari holds a PhD degree in computer science and systems engineering with specialization in network security and has received a gold medal for best research. She researches on data analytics, data security, privacy, and threat intelligence. She is currently working as a professor at Andhra University with over 30 years of experience in teaching and research. She is the chief investigator of ISEA project Phase 3, Mighty Government of India. As former Vice Chairperson of AP State Council for Higher Education, her commendable achievements were initiation of automation of all the state CET examinations and development of software for start of new degree colleges, new courses, and collection of asset data of colleges in state data analysis and decision making. She has published over 150 papers in reputed journals and conferences and has guided several PhD students. Thank you, ma'am, for being with us on this occasion. May I now request you to kindly deliver your talk on digital privacy for women, protecting personal and financial information.
Thank you, ma'am. Let me share my presentation. Can you see the screen, madam?
Not yet, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now we can see it. It should be made into full screen, ma'am.
Oh. Yes. Is that okay?
It's still loading. I hope others are. Now it's fine, ma'am.
Okay. Uh, Participants, welcome to this session by ISEA on the eve of the Women's Day. Happy Women's Day. So this talk is about digital for women and information. So we all have to agree that we cannot do even an hour staying away from our electronic gadgets. So we are always into one app or the other. Sometimes just for passing on time, sometimes to stay connected with friends, sometimes to really do some financial transactions. And it is a known fact. You buy a 10 chocolate, 1 lakh rupee furniture, initiate most of the transactions on other days where we used to carry, we used to pay the physical money. So almost everything, 90% of the transactions, day-to-day transactions are through electronic gadgets. And what is there in this electronic gadgets that need to be, kept private is the topic of the session. And why at all careful with the data in our devices or the way we transact, why we should be careful, and what are the steps we need to take to see that we fall into trap of the cyber criminals.
Madam, the voice is getting
Well,
cut in
before
between.
uh, so is it breaking or?
It's breaking in between, ma'am. Otherwise, it's audible, but it's breaking in between.
Sure. Okay. So let me take you through some real-time threat maps. So how many of you can see this? So this is worldwide. Most of you must be knowing Kaspersky, right? Kaspersky is a software used to detect if any malware or antivirus has gotten into your system. It protects your system. So this is a dashboard. I've directly gone to their website. Uh, well, people who are interested can also look at the URL and browse on this and go deeper into understand. So what is all this stuff about? So these are one place to another. So these are sources and destinations traveling from one computer to another computer across. And you can see the popped up box on the left side. Some intrusions and viruses and all some statistic report. And it's not important to understand the statistics, but the thing is, I wanted to show you is the arrows that are coming out from one source and targeting a particular place. Like for instance, another vendor I'm showing. Here too, you can see some packet, some data is emerging, some traffic is emerging from one place and is going and hitting at a particular node. So at the bottom, you see some red colored highlighted and some token called the high. So these are all high, means the traffic that is flowing from one place to another place is malicious, is like harmful to the node into which the traffic is flowing to. So yeah, coming back to our
Madam, you are not audible.
audible. So do you want to come up and
Yes.
then log in? Let me check. Just okay. How is it now?
It's good, ma'am. I mean, hopefully it should be okay. The voice was breaking in between in
Oh,
previously.
okay. So I just closed the deepfake application which I wanted to show. So now you know a lot of traffic is flowing from one place to another place. Like when you go to a website, okay, you will raise a request, and that request some computer, some server which is located at a far off place. So now we look for loads of information. We search in the Google, we use ChatGPT, we search for places in Wikipedia, some information about celebrities in Wikipedia, some other, any search engine, or you may make use of Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, lot of applications. So when you talk about all the websites, all content across the digital content, it can be either in the surface, the dark web. So when you take, when you consider all the information, then what we see in Google is percent of the information which is available on the web, just 4%, and most of it means 90% of the is behind a username and password. So just like you search in Google, it doesn't appear in your search, but you need to have some username and password to gain access to such information. So like all college related records or related records, you know, about any information, so you use username and password to access. That comes in deep web. So we have 90% of such information in. So what are the kinds of information? Medical records in hospitals, legal documents, servers, scientific reports, say Netflix, Amazon, the subscription information. Okay, financial records, our banking records, our government organization records. All of these, they come behind a username and password or an OTP. And we also have 6% of the information stored in what is called as dark web. So dark web, just like that, you can't search for information like we do in Google. It needs special browsers called as Tor browsers. Okay, normally that 6% of information is all related to drug trafficking, some political process, some illegal information. So this is what the cyber criminals look for. Which one is more attractive uh, of all these three? Dark web, very rarely, that's a different kind of people that make use of that content. And surface, anyone can, search and find information. Then normally when something is closed, people are curious to know what is there. So this 90% of the information which is behind the username and password is normally what is of interest to the cyber criminals. So what do they do? So it could be an individual's information, or it could be an organization's information. People try to use what are called as social engineering attacks. So what is social engineering? So it's like you somehow trick users, tempt users to leak some sensitive information, your financial information or personal information. Uh, so these attacks could be through technology or through people. When it's technology based, normally a computer, a mail might be used, or in a mobile, some app may be used. You may get an SMS, and in the SMS there might be a link. Okay. So now someone was asking in the chat window in the previous talk, what is phishing? So we are coming to that aspect. So when you're using computers or mobiles, uh, phishing activities happen. If phishing, okay, phishing is like you're spreading a net, okay, jal bichha rahe ho, and you're trying to catch hold of some sensitive information. You're trying to fish some information out. So how can they do that? They may send you an email with some celebrity photos or offers of 1 rupee for a big TV or some lottery, some link you may be tempted to click on. So that is email phishing or Wi-Fi phishing. So you may get a free Wi-Fi in a public place, and then whatever information you send while using that Wi-Fi may be sent in plain text. So that's how people may get hold of your sensitive passwords, or SMS phishing, smishing as it is called. So phishing through SMSs or QR codes. Normally we scan a QR code to transfer amount to a particular bank account. So that QR code may actually have a link to a different bank account than what you're thinking you're transferring to. And wishing is like you get a phone call saying, he's somebody who is related to you and he lost something. He wants you to transfer some money to his uh, friend's bank account. Or it could be like, say, like Madam was just saying, retired people are the targets, or people who are staying single are the targets. So, wishing attacks are normally targeted to such people. a telephone call comes and they would say, look, you had an insurance policy which you have paid only half of the subscriptions. Now, what do you want me to do? So revive that, and you want to take away whatever premiums you paid so far, or you want to pay some more money. So then when you say, yes, I want to take the money out, then they would ask for some bank account details, OTPs and the kind. So somehow luring you, tempting you, or scaring you to give away some personal information is called as phishing, voice-based phishing rather. So phishing involves a voice message and it tricks users to leak sensitive information. Like for instance, there's a screenshot I have taken from a video. So a gentleman gets a phone uh, asking for his password, OTP, and when he shares the OTP, suddenly he gets an SMS saying, his bank account was completely drained out. So all the phishing attacks, they fall under social engineering attacks. Sending false mails, links that appear to come from legitimate sources, and these sources look very close to genuine sources with minor differences. So normally these phishing attacks are used to know passwords, account numbers, credit or debit card numbers, and pins. When you share the information, it directly goes to the attacker's database. Like for instance here. I'm sharing you one screen. Please have a look at this. So I'm just showing you how passwords can be stolen away. Okay, so this is a simple application. Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So I'm just showing you this stuff. So assume this is an attacker's machine. He sent you an SMS link. Okay, and say you clicked on that link. Okay, so say I have this browser and I clicked on that link. So he might say log into your Google account, uh, and click on the confirm the link that we sent. So when you click on the link, it doesn't look like google.com or gmail.com. You should carefully observe the SMS link. It will be different from normally routinely use. And now, like for example, I'm typing ISEA. So say I have mail ID like this, and I'm typing on this. So I gave a password 1234567890, and I sign in. Okay. So you can see here, attacker's machine, ISEA talk, gmail.com, and the password 12345. So why has this happened? So it is because you have clicked on an SMS link that has come from an attacker, and you clicked on the link, and he took you to his server, not the Gmail server. You typed Gmail password, username and password, and that username password was sent to attacker. Now attacker has collected your credentials. So that is how they steal the credentials. So never click on a link, like Madam was just saying in the previous talk. Never click on a link that comes from a suspicious source, either a WhatsApp link or uh, this one. Similarly, whenever you are suspicious about visiting a website, okay, then you have to be careful. Like you want to check whether that website is safe or not. You can go to uh, a website called virustotal.com, okay, and type your mail id, type your website which you want to verify whether it is genuine or not. So this is the virustotal.com. Okay, so let me come back to our previous session.
Sorry, madam. The speaker will be joining in 2 minutes. The speaker will be rejoining. She's actually trying to correct the internet connectivity, because of which there is some voice issue and all. So she'll be joining back. So meanwhile, I would like to tell the participants that the feedback link of the session will be shared to all the participants in the chat box after the final sessions and after this webinar. I mean, all the sessions in the webinar are completed. So please check the chat box in which we will share the link, and the participants are requested to access the link, fill in the feedback of the session for the session, and then submit their replies so as to get the certificate for the webinar. Apart from that, on the occasion of International Women's Day, the participants are also requested to visit the Stay Safe online website, where we have updated various informations related to the occasion of safer, safe women, safety practices. On the occasion of International Women's Day, we've also shared the pledge, an online pledge for the sake of the women and girls, especially apart from the other netizens. So the participants are encouraged and motivated to please take the pledge and also the quiz which has been provided for the benefit of the participants. Madam Bali Madam has joined. She will resume her session.
Yeah, so sorry, I think there was some internet issue in our campus. Just I got it rectified. Yeah. So now you understand what is phishing. So getting an SMS link or an email and you're clicking on it. Okay, so that's where you're falling into the trap. And one another aspect is it's not just stealing of data. Some malwares may get downloaded into your device, a mobile device or a computer. And normally these softwares which are written with a wrong intent are called as malwares. And they're written by cyber criminals for various harmful purposes like stealing data, corrupting files, spying on the users, or hijacking the systems. So you must have seen a lot of newspaper reports like many organizations, they are having malware attacks. So there are different names for these malwares called viruses, worms, Trojan horses, ransomware, spywares, rootkits, botnets. Don't worry about the technicality of this, but just know whenever you find a word like this, it means something harmful to you. Now, normally, say, for example, this ransomware, this again a malware. So if this gets into your system, automatically the screen gets locked. Okay, and why does this happen? This happens because you unintentionally, without your knowledge, some application got downloaded into your machine. So they'll unlock the screen only when some money is paid. It's called as a ransomware. There are big companies which got, their reputation got damaged and they got into losses. Their work was halted because of these malwares in their machines. So even our machines are prone to, these malware attacks. There might be spywares, key loggers. So keyloggers, they carry away your keystroke data. So by that, they can actually gain financial information. When, like for example, when you're using net banking, and you may be given a screen-based keyboard, or you may be using your physical keyboard. So when you're pressing on the keys, they log the keys. They collect all the data and send to the attackers, like the password was sent when I demonstrated. So why are these malwares written, and what can they do? They can encrypt your data. They may irritate you with a lot of advertisements. Whenever your device is popping up with a lot of advertisements, that means the website is something wrong. Okay, it is reading lot of browsing information from your device. It's tracking your browsing behavior, which websites you're visiting, and what kind of recommendations it can give. So like whenever you are visiting a website, so say for example, you're using a Google, a Chrome browser, or any browser for that matter. What you should do is go into the privacy or clear cookies as regularly, as frequently as possible. Okay, and do the settings in such a way that uh, the cookies don't get downloaded, or they don't track your information without your knowledge. So go to browser settings and set the privacy preferences accordingly. So whenever some wrong malicious software got downloaded into your machine, your system may hang up, or there might be strange icons on the desktop, or uh, you know some kind of a difference in the uh, way your system behaves. It might get slowed down, and so there are many issues like this. Like there are many case studies like Sony Pictures or Netflix, LinkedIn hacks. What do these people do when they hack a LinkedIn account or a Twitter or Insta, the big companies which we normally use? So they take email addresses, okay, and lot of sensitive information that we type when we register with these websites. You must have subscribed to Big Basket or travel websites, or lot of them, right? So we give some information, our email IDs, phone numbers, maybe age, maybe some other addresses. All of that is there in the database of these websites. Now if that website server got hacked, that means all our data is also in the hands of the cyber criminals. So like this, there are many reports that these social networking website or big basket, like vegetable selling or grocery selling websites, e-commerce portals, they are hacked. What do you mean by those websites hacked? If you are a subscriber, then your user account and password is also known to them. So people buy these credentials and then use them for advertising. So you might be getting tons of calls almost, every month, asking you whether you want a plot or you want, something of that sort. How do they get your mail IDs and phone numbers, all this stuff? It is through some subscriptions that you have made, or purposefully you gave your data somewhere, physically at a shop, for a lottery, or online. Okay, so only if we share our information with somebody, it is likely that it gets distributed to several people. So we have to be very careful when we, provide our information to somebody. So it's not just clicking on a link, going to a website, and then entering the credentials. It's like whenever you go to a shop, a mall, they have a lottery. So there also you give a lot of sensitive information unknowingly. They give you forms, they ask you to fill. So see to it that whenever you share your phone numbers, whenever you share your photographs, okay, your addresses, you have to be very careful and very mindful. So there are many breaches, like many websites keep getting hacked every now and then. So that means the data is collected by cyber criminals. So keep changing your passwords at regular intervals. Don't keep normal passwords. So see that they are tricky. If even if somebody wants to guess, they should not be able to. Okay, and at regular intervals, especially financial transactions, you have to be very careful. Whenever an update comes in a banking website asking you to change the password, please do so. Right? And across several websites, don't use the same password. cyber criminals also find lot of dumps in websites like GHDB, Google Hacking Database. So lot of information is available there. Okay, so whenever you are taking backups, see to it that they are secure somewhere. Whenever you are installing a camera at your home, see to it that the default passwords are changed. So normally surveillance cameras, when people install in the home or in the office, for the sake of ease of use, they keep the same password that the company gives. But the company gives the same password uh, everywhere to every camera where it is deployed by default. So it is the responsibility lies on us to change the password to something which only our family members know. Otherwise, because if you have an app installed and if your DVR is like accessible online, if it is a default password, your camera can be equally watched by anyone outside. Any device for that matter, which is connected to the internet, see to it that passwords are known only to your people. Change the default passwords. And whenever you click on an SMS link or a WhatsApp link, it is likely that they collect a lot of information. And what is that information? Like, for example, people can create links with this kind of website. And when you click on the link, look at these parameters: date and time, your machine IP address, your country, city, battery, charging, whether it is charging, orientation, means you're holding the mobile device horizontally or vertically. Okay, and time zone, language that you're using, whether you're using a private window or incognito, what is the screen size of your device, okay, which browser you are using to watch this link, and what is the OS you're using, which device, means what type of phone or system you're using. Okay, and lot of stuff is sent to the attacker's machine when you click on a link. Similarly, you might get a lot of mails. You want to check which mail is genuine. So then you go to your mail ID and look at say for example, Gmail, you have three dots. You click on it and go to show original. And now, when you see sender policy framework and DKIM domain name related, so you have pass here, that means the mail has come from a genuine source. Otherwise, it's not, right? And there is one website called haveibeenpawned.com. So you might have subscribed to a lot of grocery apps or food delivery apps or travel websites or lot of websites, right, with an email. Now you can actually check whether your email ID is there in hackers databases or data breaches. So you can go to this website, and if you have a list of websites saying you're pawned, then go and change the username, password in that password in that website, or see to it that if you're not using that account anymore, delete your account. Okay, so this is something which you can use to check whether your email ID is in the uh, dumps, data breach dumps. These are some of the examples. You might get something like your KYC is updated. Click on this link. Never do that. So, like, there are many websites through which fake SMSs are sent. You cannot track back to the original sender. You may get a Facebook link, a Facebook like page when you click on a link, but it is not a genuine page. How do you identify? Go to the website URL and then check whether you have facebook.com/something. Here the URL is something different from the page displayed. So now you must be suspicious about this link. Never enter your email or password here. Okay, if you enter, what happens? As we have seen in the demonstration, the password might go to attacker server and your Facebook account will be hacked. So the best thing is use multi-factor authentication. So register your mobile also. So whenever you are logging in with your username password, your phone will also get an OTP, so that even if somebody gets hold of password, still your account is safe, because until you share your OTP with someone, they cannot log into your account. A small video before closing. So this is something like a spyware. Okay, we just executed this in our lab. So what is done here? An attacker sends an SMS to a mobile device, and the person clicks on it, and this malicious application, it gets downloaded into the uh, victim's mobile device, and automatically a connection is established with the attacker's computer and attacker server technically. And now whatever this person does, like uh, the attacker has control over this phone, so that he can collect the call log dump, SMS dumps, okay, and set the ringer mode to vibration mode and all that. He can control the phone directly from the attacker's computer. So you can see here system info, which Android OS it is downloaded, then collecting the SMS dump. So the data is all carried away to the attacker server. Now attacker can directly open this file and watch the call logs, SMSs. This is a simple, very fundamental application, just to show you how this happens. So it's very easy, like, okay. And yeah, my previous speaker has already told you about cybercrime.gov.in and stopnci.org. So if you find a video that is going viral, you want to stop it, you can go to this website and then file a complaint in that, so that they'll now, whatever video you generated, for that they'll generate a hash code and then check the databases of different social media companies, and now it matches. If it matches with that company's database, they remove out that. So that is one. And if Facebook account is hacked, you have provision to file a complaint. You have cybercrime.gov.in, okay, and lot of other steps. Always load antivirus softwares. Okay, never click on the links which you the source you do not trust. Whenever you do a banking transaction, be very careful not to share any of your pins or passwords or credit debit card numbers, and never share the copies of your passbook or checkbooks or bank statements or KYC documents with strangers. So whenever you must share, then maybe you can put a mark saying you shared this document for so and so purpose on the document itself. So yeah, whenever you are visiting a website, see to it that you have a HTTPS symbol. That means it is secure. Okay, whenever there is a pop-up, you are visiting a website, some advertisement comes in, never click on it. Okay, never download celebrity photos or something from websites. Uh, and whenever you get email, be careful. Uh, so just notice the message and from address, and the content. Yeah, a lot of information is available on infosecawareness.in website and stay safe online website. So please do suggest your family members, friends, colleagues uh, about these precautions that have to be taken, and stay safe online. Thank you.
Thank you so much, madam. Thank you for the informative talk and for sharing with our audience the information on how the fraudsters can launch their attacks and commit frauds, and also discussing the safety measures that are essential for them to safeguard themselves in this online world, in this digital world, and to keep the digital space free of frauds and attacks. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, madam.
I now take the pleasure of introducing our next speaker, Ms. Shonal D. Ms. Shonal is a passionate cyber evangelist. Her mission is to promote cyber hygiene and empower individuals to navigate the digital world securely. With certifications in cybersecurity and extensive experience in cybercrime cases, forensics, and cyber law, she is committed to raising awareness about emerging threats and their societal impact. Her core expertise areas include cybercrime awareness, cyber psychology, and emerging threats, and also she's a well-trained educator, trainer, and is working in the training and education for the cybersecurity awareness. Thank you, madam, for your presence today. May I request you to kindly deliver your talk on parenting in digital era?
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sonal, and thank you, ISEA, for uh, this platform, inviting me on this platform. And मेरे जो previous मैम्स थे उन्होंने काफ़ी insightful session दिया, तो it's running out of time, so directly topic पे आते हैं. So I'm going to share my screen. I hope it is visible.
Yes, ma'am. It is visible. It has to, now it's fine, ma'am.
Okay. So if I say parenting has never been easy, but in digital world or digital era, it comes with a lot of challenges, from screen time struggle to online safety concern. So we can say that parenting is now very difficult. So let's come to the introduction. So here I have mentioned children don't need a perfect parent, they need a present one. So we oftenly seen this kind of scene at our home. पेरेंट्स फोन पे बिजी होते हैं और बच्चा वेट करता है कि कब पेरेंट हमारे साथ आके खेलेंगे, या फिर पेरेंट्स फोन पे अगर कुछ देख रहे हैं या अपना टाइम स्पेंड कर रहे हैं, सो बच्चा भी किसी तरह के डिजिटल जो इक्विपमेंट्स होते हैं उनके उसमें वो बिजी हो जाते हैं. सो screens have become a part of our daily life, but are they bringing us closer or pushing us apart? So ये थोड़ा सोचने का सब्जेक्ट है. सो अगर मैं कहूँ हाउ मच स्क्रीन टाइम इज टू मच एंड व्हाई इट्स मैटर. सो ओपन सोर्स स्टडी के अकॉर्डिंग अगर हम देखते हैं तो 5 से 16 एज के जो किड्स हैं 7+ आवर ऑनलाइन होते हैं डेली. 7 घंटे से ज्यादा उनका स्क्रीन टाइम होता है. एंड 1 in 3 इंटरनेट यूजर इज अ चाइल्ड. तो इंटरनेट काफी चीप है, इट्स वेरी चीप नाउ डेज. सो डेटा इतना सस्ता है तो बच्चे इंटरनेट फ्रिक्वेंटली यूज कर रहे हैं. एंड 60% ऑफ किड्स हाइड देयर ऑनलाइन एक्टिविटीज फ्रॉम पेरेंट्स. तो पेरेंट्स को बताते ही नहीं है कि वो ऑनलाइन कौन सी एक्टिविटी कर रहे हैं. एंड मोर देन हाफ ऑफ इंडियन यूथ एज 9 to 17 spend over more than 3 hours daily on social media or gaming. So this is the open source study. So too much screen time can affect a kid's mental health as well as physical health too. And if I say impact of digital media, so impact of digital media, somehow it's positive and somehow it's negative too. So in positive sense, we can say our kids are connecting with the friends, with all kind of persons, with their teachers, with different kind of personalities. They are learning with the platform like गेमिंग प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं या फिर किसी भी तरह का ऐसा स्टडी वाला प्लेटफॉर्म है जिसपे वो लर्न कर रहे हैं. क्रिएटिविटी काफ़ी आती है बच्चों में जब वो इंटरनेट यूज़ करते हैं, नई नई चीज़ें सीखने को मिलती है. बट देयर इज नेगेटिव साइड्स टू. तो कई बार ऑनलाइन वर्ल्ड में हम देखते हैं बच्चे साइबर बुलिंग का शिकार हो जाते हैं. प्रिवेसी कंसर्न बहुत आते हैं क्योंकि बच्चों को पता नहीं होता है कि हमें कितना डेटा शेयर करना है किसी के साथ, स्ट्रेंजर्स के साथ. हाउ कैन आई शेयर द आर पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन. एंड लास्ट इज एडिक्शन. एडिक्शन कहीं ना कहीं बड़ों को भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा इम्पैक्ट करता है. बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम है, लोग एडिक्ट हो रहे हैं और बच्चे तो बहुत ज़्यादा ही एडिक्ट हो रहे हैं. हम देखते हैं कि छोटे छोटे बच्चे हैं वो खाना नहीं खाते बिना स्क्रीन देखे, बिना फ़ोन देखे, बिना कुछ टीवी देखे. सो इट्स रियली कंसर्निंग. नेक्स्ट इज द साइबर चैलेंजेस फॉर पेरेंट्स. तो पेरेंट्स के लिए क्या चैलेंजेस है? तो पहला चैलेंज पेरेंट्स के लिए स्क्रीन एडिक्शन. बच्चा स्क्रीन से हटना ही नहीं चाहता है. बच्चा टीवी के सामने से, फोन के सामने से हटना ही नहीं चाहता है. किड्स आर लाइक कि टीवी ही देखना है, फोन देख के ही खाना खाएंगे या एनी टाइम दे आर एडिक्टेड टू द स्क्रीन. Second is cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is also a really very big challenge for parents क्योंकि कभी कभी बच्चे डिस्कस ही नहीं करते हैं बच्चे पेरेंट्स से कि क्या हो रहा है उनके साथ, what is going on. And third is gaming addiction. Gaming addiction is a really very big concern. ऑनलाइन प्रीडेटर्स, बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे हैं जो फायदा उठाने की कोशिश करते हैं हमारे बच्चों का. तो ऑनलाइन प्रीडेटर इज ऑल्सो अ वेरी बिग प्रॉब्लम फॉर आवर पेरेंट्स. एंड फेक न्यूज एंड मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन. इंटरनेट पे बहुत सारी इंफॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल होती है, बहुत सारी, कुछ फेक होती हैं, कुछ रियल होती हैं. बच्चे आइडेंटिफाई नहीं कर पाते कि विच इज फेक, विच इज जेन्युइन इंफॉर्मेशन. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो अ बिग चैलेंज. प्रिवेसी कंसर्न. ऑब्वियसली प्रिवेसी कंसर्न हमेशा होता है बच्चों के साथ में क्योंकि बच्चे नहीं जानते हैं उन्हें पासवर्ड कितना शेयर करना है या फोटो किससे शेयर करनी है. सो इट्स रियली बिग चैलेंजेस. Then if I come to next slide, cyber savvy parent strategies. So teach, not restrict. तो बच्चे जो होते हैं kids are imitating us. Whatever we can do, they can also do. अगर हम कोई क्रिएटिव काम कर रहे हैं, बुक पढ़ रहे हैं, तो बच्चे भी बुक पढ़ते हैं बिकॉज वो इमिटेट करते हैं एंड दे आर रियली ग्रेट इमिटेटर. सो उन्हें एग्जाम्पल से हम सिखा सकते हैं, ओपन कन्वर्सेशन करके सिखा सकते हैं. आई विल एक्सप्लेन इट ऑन माई नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. So next is guiding, not policing. Instead of control, let's empower them. So कुछ टेक्निक्स है जो हम अपने बच्चों के साथ यूज कर सकते हैं लाइक फैमिली डिजिटल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. फैमिली डिजिटल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में हम एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बना सकते हैं जिसमें हम बोल सकते हैं बच्चों को कि इफ वी आर एट डिनर टेबल सो वी कैन नॉट यूज फोन, और इफ वी आर गोइंग टू बेडरूम सो वी कैन नॉट यूज फोन देयर. तो बड़े भी ये फॉलो करेंगे तब बच्चे भी फॉलो करेंगे. इफ यू आर नॉट यूजिंग योर फोन at dinner table, so kids can also imitate you or follow you. Second is role reversal. So let's kid teach you. सो रोल रिवर्सल में क्या होता है कि यू हैव टू इन्वॉल्व विद देम. अगर कोई गेम उन्हें अच्छा लगता है या कोई एप्लीकेशन उन्हें अच्छी लगती है, सो आस्क देम कि व्हाट इज गुड इन दिस, क्यों फेवरेट है आपका ये एप्लीकेशन या गेम, इससे कैसे आप इसे गेम खेलते हो, कैसे लोगों से बात करते हो, सो दैट यू कैन ऑल्सो इन्वॉल्व. और आपको भी काफ़ी कुछ जानने के लिए मिलेगा कि गेम में क्या चल रहा है, किस टाइप का गेम बच्चा खेल रहा है या किस टाइप की चीज़ों में, किस टाइप का एप्लीकेशन वो यूज़ कर रहा है. एंड आई एम श्योर कि अगर आप ऐसी चीजें करते हो बच्चों के साथ में, तो इफ किड डाउनलोड एनी गेम और एनी एप्लीकेशन, वो दौड़ के आपके पास आएगा और बोलेगा मम्मा पापा सी दिस इज द गेम और मैं आपको सिखाता हूँ इसको कैसे खेलते हैं, इसको कैसे यूज करते हैं. सो ये एक अच्छा जो है एग्जाम्पल है. इनकरेज क्रिएशन ओवर कंजप्शन. तो बच्चों को क्रिएटिव बनने के लिए इंकरेज कीजिए. जैसे आप बच्चों को फोन दीजिए बट आप कहिए कि इसमें कुछ क्रिएटिव करिए, ब्लॉग बनाइए या फिर आप कुछ क्रिएटिव डिजिटल आर्ट बनाइए, वट एवर दे लाइक. तो आप उनको क्रिएशन के लिए इंकरेज करिए, कंजप्शन के लिए नहीं. कि रेदर देन वॉचिंग वीडियो यू कैन ऑल्सो create such kind of content, informative content or whatever entertaining content. Storytelling over restriction. So आप ये मत बोलिए बच्चों को कि डोंट यूज फोन, डोंट यूज टीवी. सो यू हैव यू कैन ऑल्सो ट्राई दिस ट्रिक कि आप स्टोरी बताइए, लाइक एक बच्चा था, उसने अपनी फोटोज स्ट्रेंजर्स के साथ शेयर कर दी या अपनी इंफॉर्मेशन शेयर कर दी किसी स्ट्रेंजर के साथ, और उस स्ट्रेंजर ने मिसयूज कर दिया उन फोटोज का और उस इंफॉर्मेशन का जो बच्चे ने प्रोवाइड की। तो आप बच्चे से पूछे कि अगर आप उसकी जगह में होते तो क्या आप स्ट्रेंजर को ऐसी चीजें प्रोवाइड करते? सो किड रिस्पॉन्डेड यू, किड आपको वैसे रिस्पॉन्ड करेगा कि नहीं, आई विल नॉट शेयर, मैं कभी भी शेयर नहीं करूंगा, मैं अपना, हमें कभी भी नहीं करनी चाहिए अपनी जो प्राइवेट इंफॉर्मेशन है उसे शेयर या फोटोज शेयर। तो ऐसी चीजें अगर आप करेंगे बच्चों के साथ फ्रेंडली माहौल बना के, तो बच्चे काफी हद तक आपके पास रहेंगे और काफी हद तक बातें आपसे नहीं छुपाएंगे। एंड नेक्स्ट इज स्मार्ट टेक टुगेदर, पेरेंटल कंट्रोल विदाउट स्पाइंग। तो बच्चे बहुत स्मार्ट हैं आजकल के, उनको स्पाई नहीं करनी चाहिए, तो रखिए बच्चे के ऊपर, स्पाई मत कीजिए। पेरेंटल कंट्रोल के लिए अगर हम गूगल पे आते हैं, सो गूगल हैज अ फीचर डिजिटल वेलबींग एंड पेरेंटल कंट्रोल। यू कैन गो ऑन दिस सेटिंग एंड सेट अप पेरेंटल कंट्रोल। एंड गूगल प्ले स्टोर पे भी आप एप्लीकेशन डाउनलोड करने के लिए पेरेंटल कंट्रोल सेट कर सकते हैं। सो दिस इज द स्टेप, यू कैन गो ऑन गूगल प्ले स्टोर, गो टू द सेटिंग, देन पेरेंटल कंट्रोल, एंड पेरेंटल कंट्रोल पे आप एज रिस्ट्रिक्शन कर सकते हैं कि बच्चा किस एज का कंटेंट डाउनलोड या एप्लीकेशन डाउनलोड कर सकता है। सेम फॉर आईफोन, आईफोन पे भी ये फीचर है, स्क्रीन टाइम पे जाके आप कंटेंट एंड प्रिवेसी रिस्ट्रिक्शन कर सकते हैं और काफी सारी चीजें रिस्ट्रिक्ट कर सकते हैं। आई हैव एडेड सम, बट काफी सारा सेटिंग्स, काफी सारे रिस्ट्रिक्शंस है इसमें, जिसमें आप बच्चे के लिए सेट कर सकते हैं कि बच्चा क्या देखेगा और क्या डाउनलोड कर सकता है। नेक्स्ट इज डूज एंड डोंट्स। तो बच्चे को हमें ऑब्वियसली सिखाना होगा कि अच्छी चीजें क्या है, बुरी चीजें क्या है। जब हम फिजिकल वर्ल्ड की बात करते हैं या फिर ट्रेडिशनल बातें करते हैं, तो ट्रेडिशनल में हम क्या है, बच्चों को सिखाते हैं कि अगर आप रेड लाइट क्रॉस नहीं करिए या हेलमेट लगा के हमें चलना चाहिए गाड़ी में, काफी सारी चीजें हम बच्चों को सिखाते हैं। लेफ्ट एंड राइट देखिए, उसके बाद रोड क्रॉस कीजिए। तो सेम फॉर इंटरनेट टू, आप इंटरनेट के भी उन्हें रूल रेगुलेशन सिखाइए, लाइक डोंट शेयर योर पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन, डोंट टॉक टू पीपल दैट यू डोंट नो, एंड ओनली एक्सेप्ट रिक्वेस्ट फ्रॉम पीपल जिनको आप जानते हो, डोंट मीट विद एनीवन यू हैव ओनली मीट ऑनलाइन। ऑनलाइन आप बच्चों को सिखाइए कि ऑनलाइन ही हर सब कुछ सही नहीं होता है। तो काफी सारी चीजें जो आप अपने बच्चों को बता सकते हो, लाइक शेयर, अपना पासवर्ड आप शेयर मत कीजिए, कोई अगर कंटेंट ऐसा है जो इनअप्रोप्रिएट लगता है तो आप उसे रिपोर्ट कीजिए या बड़ों को बताइए। काफी सारी चीजें आप बच्चों को सिखा सकते हैं। सो कुछ रियल एग्जांपल देखते हैं। अगर हम अपने बच्चों को नहीं सिखाते हैं कि क्या सही है और क्या गलत है इंटरनेट में, सो यू कैन सी 11-year-old सन बिहाइंड ₹10 crore एक्सटॉर्शन। तो एक बच्चा था, उसने क्या किया कि अपने पापा से ही एक्सटॉर्ट किया ₹10 crore। तो ये बेसिकली यूट्यूब से सीखा था उसने। तो ऐसी चीजें सामने आती हैं। आपने देखा होगा अभी बॉम्ब, हॉक्स बॉम्ब थ्रेट बहुत सारे आए थे दिल्ली में और काफी जगहों पे आए थे। सो क्लास 9 स्टूडेंट जो है वो पकड़ा गया था और पुलिस ने एफआईआर लॉन्च कर दी। तो सो सी दिस थिंग्स कि बच्चे क्रिमिनल बन रहे हैं, बच्चों को पता भी नहीं, दिस इज नॉट राइट। क्योंकि बच्चा हमारा जो देख रहा है, हम देखते हैं कि मॉर्फिंग कर देते हैं बच्चे, बहुत सारी चीजें, एआई इतना फेमस हो रखा है, इतना चीजें देखते हैं हम एआई में। अगर पेरेंट्स कुछ देख रहे हैं यूट्यूब पे और एआई रिलेटेड कोई सॉफ्टवेयर आ गया या एआई रिलेटेड कोई फोटो आ गई, तो बच्चे के मन में क्यूरियोसिटी होती है कैसे होता है। बच्चा ट्राई करता है और बच्चा ट्राई करने के बाद अपने फ्रेंड्स को दिखाता है कि सी दिस इज द थिंग विच आई हैव लर्न। सो इन सब चीजों से हमें बच्चों को दिखाना है कि अगर आप ऐसी चीजें करोगे, सिखाना है कि अगर आप ऐसी चीजें करते हो तो दिस इज ऑफेंस, क्रिमिनल ऑफेंस। तो आप अगर बच्चों को ऐसे सिखाएंगे अच्छे से फ्रेंडली बिहेवियर करके, तो बच्चा सीख पाएगा। अदरवाइज हमें ऐसी न्यूज देखने के लिए मिलती हैं। और स्पेशली फॉर पेरेंट, stop sharenting. So sharenting is parenting and sharing. So parent बनते ही हम काफी सारी चीजें, बच्चों के काफी सारे डेटा हम इंस्टाग्राम जैसे प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे या फोटो वाले जो प्लेटफॉर्म्स होते हैं, फेसबुक प्रोफाइल बना देते हैं बच्चों की, और हम काफी सारा डेटा शेयर करते हैं लाइक्स के लिए, कमेंट के लिए। बट यू कैनॉट यू कैनॉट प्रिटेंड कि उस डेटा का कैसे यूज कर सकता है कोई स्ट्रेंजर या हुएवर। तो प्लीज शेयर कम कीजिए अपने बच्चों की इमेजेस, अपने बच्चों की इंफॉर्मेशन। आप हर चीज शेयर करते हो, कब आपका बच्चे ने क्रॉलिंग की, कब आपके बच्चे ने चलना सीखा, कब आपके बच्चे का फर्स्ट बर्थडे था। तो लिमिट करिए इस शेयरिंग को। जितना आप लिमिटेड रखेंगे उतना कम डेटा आगे चल के आपके बच्चे का इंटरनेट पे अवेलेबल होगा। अदरवाइज जब बच्चा थोड़ा बड़ा होगा, 15 ईयर और 18 ईयर का, इफ टाइप हिज नेम ऑन गूगल, तो आप समझिए कि कितना डेटा उसका पड़ा हुआ होगा इंटरनेट पे, बिकॉज इंटरनेट कैन नेवर डिलीट और नेवर फॉरगेट। सो प्लीज लिमिट योर शेयरिंग। So I can say in the last, parenting in the digital age is about guiding, not just guarding. So आप गार्ड मत बनिए बच्चों के, हेलीकॉप्टर पेरेंटिंग मत कीजिए, को पायलट पेरेंटिंग कीजिए। बच्चे के साथ बैठिए और सिखाइए बच्चे को, सीखिए बच्चे से। But one thing I want to say that you won't keep up with every site or app your child visit online, but you can ensure they have the skills, thinking, and behavior to be safe and smart, whatever they find themselves online. So बच्चे बहुत कुछ देखते हैं, बहुत कुछ फाइंड करते हैं, बट उनके अंदर वो क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग होनी चाहिए कि हमें स्किल होनी चाहिए कि हमें कैसा बिहेव करना है। इज इट राइट और इज इट रॉन्ग, इट इज ट्रू और इट इज नॉट ट्रू। तो काफी कुछ क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग बच्चे में डेवलप होती है जब आप उसे गाइड करते हैं, गार्ड नहीं करते हैं। सो ऑलवेज guide them, don't guard them, don't do policing kind of things. So thank you. This is
Thank you, madam. Thank you
about
for the thank you so much for the engaging and the interesting manner in which you have explained to all of us about the right practices of parenting in this digital era. Thank you for sharing the practical tips in helping the parents manage children in this digital era also. Thank you for the insightful session, one of the comments by our participants. So,
thank you.
thank you, ma'am. So now I would like to tell the participants before proceeding that the link wherein they can submit the feedback of this particular session and the webinar as in for all the sessions which have been connected to this during this webinar can be shared, and also by submitting that you can get the certificates. Also, please note that we have also shared the quiz links, the online quiz links, and the pledge links which have been created by ISEA on this occasion of International Women's Day 2025, wherein the participants will be able to attend the quiz and gain knowledge about the various kinds of cyber offenses